Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Bulldogs will kick this deep to get us going. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Auburn Tigers offense is up first today. Here we go, Kirk. All the emotion in this stadium. Which side is going to handle that better today?
Chris, we had a chance to visit both these teams, and one of the things that we saw, the clock's ticking down all year for this game, this day. Now they get their chance.
And the pass is incomplete.
It's now second down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
Wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Running out of time in the pocket. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Bulldogs offense out there for their first possession. This wide receiver, Kirk, is so dynamic. It puts a lot of pressure on the corners, and frankly, the safeties are going to have to get involved in coverage today, right?
Yeah, the free safety is going to be tempted here to make plays, but this quarterback has a favorite target. He comes up with most of the 50-50 balls. Expect to see plenty of double coverage and help from this free safety today.
Makes a quick catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year, but with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
He shreds the tackle, and he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's ETN. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. 2nd down play coming up. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Makes the catch. It's Smith. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And they'll stop him short of the goal line. Offense will set up inside the 5. So 2 big plays in a row. The defense is reeling here. Now it fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, that is a textbook opening drive for this offense. Good job of blending the run with the pass. Had a little more success throwing the football, but when it became crunch time, it gave that ball to that running back, and he knows how to get the ball into the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. To throw, it's Thorne. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. On first down, it's play action. Launching downfield. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. The Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills in summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Simmons.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
He'll hand it off. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. The quarterback's going to turn and get the ball out of his hands quickly, this time to the tight end for the 1st down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. And here's the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
The Dogs will line up to boot it away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the back gets the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Looking to throw. It's Thorne. Lets it go quickly. And he pulls in the catch. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Grab down the middle. It's Lewis. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Looking to pass here on second down. It's a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
And he knocks that one right through.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. They're going to run it here. The spin move. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Back to pass. It's Beck. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. Dogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. Now it's 1st and goal.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. Handoff here from the shotgun. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. It's a ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. To throw, it's Thorne. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He cannot escape the defense with a sack. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. Timeout called by the defense, their 1st of the half as they try to make some adjustments here.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. 1st half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. So here we go. 1st play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Quick completion to the tight end. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
Oh, man. You have a good play dialed up and a great chance at yards, and it goes right through his hands. That'll drive the offensive coordinator in the booth absolutely crazy.
And they bring him down. Blockers not much help on the screen there. He's short of the 1st down. And the Bulldogs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. To the air, it's Beck. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Cannot escape it. Down he goes. And the timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. And he drops back in the gun. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
The offense has a big play here, but they really put themselves in a hole on first and second down. That's why they needed to try to play catch-up. They get some great yards there on third down, but it's still fourth down. Can they pick up the first?
And the returner will be brought down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he's got it. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle was finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Looking for a deep completion. He grabs it inside the 20. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Fires it on the move. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Handoff to the back. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. And it's good. And that field goal, the final play of this opening half. Is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, all the tradition and bad blood between these programs, it's all kind of come to a boil today in a spirited first half in this battle between the Tigers and Dogs. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. We get the second half started with a running play. He stopped him right at the 24.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first half. The Bulldogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. A handoff from the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. That is a big play, finally brought down at the 44.
Big plays like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
The Dogs pick up enough to get a first down there. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag.
Pass interference. Defense.
Playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield, and you get a call like this.
And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Looking to pass. It's back. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. He was perfect on his first attempt, but this is tougher from 49 yards away. And that is no good. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a 2-possession game. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Pressure is coming. They got him. Defense comes up with a sack. They're backed up 2nd and long at the 19. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. On the ground, it's Etienne. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Give it to the back again. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. After missing a field goal on their last drive, they got to produce something here on 3rd down to even get into field goal range. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Back's got it again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Looking downfield. It's back. The pass is intercepted. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Coleman. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I'd love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Caught over the middle. It's Hunter.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback still with the football. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. It's picked off. They tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up here.
Chris, this back has had a great day. They're winning the football game. I just looked at my stats. This guy's at 99 yards on the day. You can tell how badly he wants to cross the 100-yard threshold. He's been superb today.
Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost...
The ball to the ground. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Ball handed off. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Boy, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays. They've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's 3rd down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
3rd down coming up after that running play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. 1st down here for this offense. Looking to throw. It's Thorne. Running back grabs it on a screen. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
The pass rush closing in. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. They moved the ball into good position, but now it's 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down, very near the red zone now.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that 3rd down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the 4th quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit.
And the junior gets home making a sack there.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Hit as he released it. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs during the late stages of this game. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. To the air. It's Beck. He's escaping the pocket now. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Finally tackled out at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone. Georgia has moved into the red zone. Handoff as they try to work the clock here.
Great job by the running back. To continue to work that clock, working here in the 4th quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal. And the running back takes the handoff, and the defense wraps him up. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Coming up, second down and goal. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. He's swarmed by the defense. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So now on comes the field goal unit. And a chance here to build the lead, make it a 3-score game in the final quarter. This one is right through. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down after a short gain there. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's reeled in. It's Simmons. The defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback from the start of the 25. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. This has been a long afternoon for this offense. All that's left, got to get some consolation points here. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Pass caught, second down now. Dropping back, it's Thorne. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the gain just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football, Kirk. You walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget. For everyone in this program who supports this team and played on that football field, they'll never forget this win. A well-earned victory and bragging rights until they play again.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
You